I was in a band before here, and what I knew church to be was kind of a different experience when I was playing with this band in different shows throughout the Midwest. And the kind of gatherings that were happening, the kind of conversations that happened after those shows, that felt more like a holy gathering, a sacred space, a kind of church almost. I wanted to chase that idea a little bit. I wanted to work with that idea of what a sacred space, a sacred gathering could look like that was far different than my experience of church. And then to think, what does that look like vocationally? What does that look like to be a kind of pastoral presence amongst misfits and artists who are really sitting with and working with these deep questions that sometimes weren't received well in where they went to church. But I would say that in some ways I came here with a deep hunger and curiosity to explore certainly theology, but really the question of who am I and who is God. I was kind of done to a certain degree with church, or even with different portraits of God that I was handed. I was still compelled though to sort of rediscover who am I, who's God. Think of Seattle as a place where new ideas emerge, where people are they sort of leave the boxes that things are supposed to be contained within. And in some ways, even the venture out to the West Coast was a decision to change in a way that I needed to change. And so I think where I'm at today, there's been a whole host of rediscoveries of who I am. The fact that I'm a person in formation, and having to look to the past to see where I've come from in order to look toward the future in many ways, and to find God in that journey. I think back to my first year, I had a professor who really invited me. It was after I shared my story in practicum, and she really invited me to really pull back the layers of my life and to really look at it. Actually, at the end of practicum, she gave me one of those Russian dolls where you sort of pull back the layers till you get to sort of the very core of the thing. And that was her kind of, sort of her benediction, her invitation for me throughout the rest of my time at the Seattle School to keep pulling back those layers of curiosity and wonder, and to do so not alone. And so I think sort of reaching the end of my journey here at the Seattle School, I feel much more capable of knowing not only my desires and what I want in the world, but also my deep need for help, or my deep need to be in relationship with other people, that I'm not going at this journey alone. And in many ways, that's where God can be found, in this reaching out toward others. I feel like I'm rediscovering the Christian faith anew, and that's been such a gift. And I feel like my future as a pastor, as a writer and thinker, and someone who wants to work with people in their own journey of formation, it's been invaluable. You know, I mean, this has been such a gift. It's been such a gift to study here. And yeah, I'm certainly not the same person. In some ways, I'm more of the person that I was when I stepped into this place. And I think I feel more free to be the person that I've always wanted to be, and to know my limits, and to know when I need to be joined by others. But this has been a place to experiment and to play, and has broadened my vision of what the future might hold for me. And it's one that's exciting, I think. My name is Alex Murakovich. I'm a graduating MDiv student here at the Seattle School of Theology and Psychology.